Good morning on this Sunday day. Here we have the iFlight 7-inch quadcopter. Today we are going to be testing it utilizing a 4200 milliamp battery power brand. It has 45 amps of continuous draw maximum, and we're going to test the flight time on this. We're going to go for, rather than pedestrian speeds, we're going to be testing it for range and going at a good speed. That's the plan, while maintaining low amp draw. We are taking off now. Alright, we are consuming 5 amps now with the weight of the 4200 milliamp battery. We are going presently 20 miles an hour, but we're going to see if we can maintain a higher speed. We are at 40 miles an hour. See if we can maintain at least 40 miles an hour. Yeah, 40 miles an hour. We are at 22.9 volts. We are at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Trying to give you guys a more real world test rather than going at pedestrian speeds. Being like 30 miles an hour. We're now at 30 miles an hour. There is a slight breeze picking up. We're at 10 amps. We are still maintaining 30 to 40 miles an hour. Beautiful day today. 50 miles an hour. I guess that's going with the wind down there. So I guess that's factoring into this test, whether you're going with the wind or not. Yeah, 10 amps. $50 miles an hour, 11 amps. and the back leg is like 30 because you're going against the wind. I will back up to 40. Where our voltage is 22, we're at 3.8 per cell, and we are going on 4 minutes and 20 seconds. We are at 50 miles an hour. I'm giving you these readouts because you won't see it in the recording. Maybe one day someone can make that happen where we can actually see the readouts in the video. But until then, I'm giving you live readouts, 40 miles an hour now, at 10 amps of draw. We are approaching 5 minutes of runtime. Like I say, this battery, this lithium battery, 4200 milliamp battery, is brand spanking new. This is actually its first flight. First flight on this battery. It has been charged up just yesterday. Five minutes, 30 seconds. Like I say, we're going average speed of 40 to 50 miles an hour. Especially down this leg at 50 miles an hour. Trying to get you guys some, like I say, more real world speeds that you guys are going, not pedestrian speeds like 20 miles an hour. You know, like you mountain surfers do, mountains to surf that I don't have around here. It's about like 40 miles on this leg, typically. 40 miles per hour, and then 50 miles an hour on this leg, average. I'm going pulling 52 miles an hour, on like 8 amps. These batteries can take up to 45 amps of maximum continuous load, but I always try to stay well with underneath that. We are consuming maybe 10 amps now at 50 miles an hour. We are 3.7 volts per cell. We are at 7 minutes and 15 seconds. So a lot of you mountain surfers go to what I gather is kind of like 40 or 50 miles per hour when you go to the mountain summit and come down. It's usually pretty quick. Maybe higher than 50 miles an hour. But right now, that's what I'm doing, is 50 miles an hour. Pulling 10 amps. And of course it takes more current, more energy to make turns. But I am trying to be as gentle as I can about it, within the confines that I have here. I don't have a big field. We are over 8 minutes now. Still pulling no more than 10 to 12 amps. Going 50 miles an hour right here. Yeah, we are at yep, basically maintaining. I do these tests so I can have the confidence myself if I hey, I want this quad to go this speed, and if I use this battery, I can always refer back to this video. So can you all. Say, hey, this is a bind and fly iFlight quad. Specifications are in the description. This is not one that I've built or custom. I've just custom tuned it. Told you what blades I'm using. We are at 3.5 volts. We are at 9 minutes and 30 seconds. So I intend to go down to 3 volts on these per cell. But we are at 3.5 right now. We are approaching 10 minutes. Like I say, we'll maintain a 40 to 50 mile per hour speed. That's what really we all travel at when we're going to and from a point we're trying to get to. Really want to get there as quickly as we can and get the best footage, but we're not going to be poking around at 20 miles an hour. I don't want to. This may still seem boring, but it's better to test it under these circumstances than out on some wheat field somewhere where you might end up losing it. We have plantations here at Virginia, but I have to drive a bit of a ways to get to them. But this is a much more controlled circumstances to test this at. So, and document it as per this video. Alright, 3.4 volts on the cells. We are 11 minutes. And 30 seconds. Still 50 miles an hour at this point. It's a warm day. $10 amps consumed. Yeah, a little over 12 minutes now. We are 3.4 volts per cell. We're approaching 13 minutes. Now there's hardly any wind, it's just dead calm now. So, yeah, it's pretty well dead calm right now. Good. These under our ideal circumstances. We are at 13 minutes. $10 amps draw. Yeah, we're getting 14 minutes now. Still going 40 to 50 miles an hour. We are approaching 3.2 volts per cell. So since I don't want to run this to its bitter end, I know that it probably can go lower. So I'm going to think about coming in, kind of lower our altitude here. This thing really still keeps on moving now, as you can see. We are 14 minutes and 30 seconds. Seems to still have lots of pep still to it. 40 miles an hour down here. Eight amps, 10 amps consuming. We are at 15 minutes right now. It's like 30 miles an hour around the bend. 40 and 50 miles an hour. Moving right along. Alright, we are at 16 minutes now. We are at 3.2 volts per cell. Alright, I think I'm going to call it there. I think we'll... let's see. $16 minutes now. Yeah. Amp draw there. Yeah, as soon as it gets down to 3.1, I'll call it. Again. We are at 17 minutes. Going to 18 minutes now. 10 amp draw. I think I'm going to call it now. 18 minutes now. We're at 17.4 on the voltage. Huh. Would have thought that the cell voltage per cell would have dropped. Either way, I'm calling it now. I'll just kind of wait till it gets to 19 mark. Still, I mean, I can still push this. I don't feel any sluggishness. 7-8 amp draw. A little acceleration here, yeah, that's good. Alright, 16 volts now. All right, let us, like I said, it's the first time we've flew this quad with this battery, so we're checking the motors here. Motors are cool. Motors are nice and cool. Battery is only slightly warm. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here is our iFlight quad here. Like I said, it's a bind flight. I only changed out the props, gave it a custom tuning. Other than that, everything's the same. Flew this XPower 4200 milliamp battery. They are, it weighs 430 grams, and it is using 21700 cells. According to the advertised thing here, 45 milliamps, 45 amps to draw, and the total is 4200 milliamps. So, having getting 18 minutes out of here, going an average of 40 or 50 miles an hour, seems to me pretty good. The motors are as cool as a cucumber. There is nothing here that would tell me that this was straining whatsoever in performing this. The battery is just a little warm, like you would have it like sitting out in the sun or something. So not that you would do that. However, it just gives you an idea. This is the only thing warm on this setup here. So getting 18 minutes out of it, going at a fairly good clip of 45 to 50 miles average, is certainly achievable with this setup. Alright, otherwise, like I say, this is a brand new battery. Has never been flown on this battery. This battery has never been used before. This is the first endurance test I've done with it. So, that is what you can expect out of this. Under ideal circumstances, like I say, all things equal, not much of any wind to speak of, and you're moving right along. You may even get longer times if you go slower, or you're going in more of a straighter line than having to spend energy on these turns. Thank you very much for tuning into this channel. I hope this is all useful information for you. It is certainly for me. Have a good day.